All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. The Warners, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, who teach and rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. To you, I say Shalom. All right, your brother Parathon, quick lesson. Just going to jump into Isaiah 24. Let's read the first few verses. Right? This is just going into the destruction of the world, or Esau's world, his age, right? You know, we're living in a time of revelations. We're living in a time of Acts. There's a lot of signs and prophecies going on right now. A few of the major ones that are about to be fulfilled, you know, which, you know, assures us in our faith that the end is near, man. So I'm going to start at Isaiah 24. It's not going to be a long lesson, but I was doing some homework. And Isaiah 24 through 27 is often referred to as Isaiah's apocalypse, because these chapters go into the judgment, Yahweh's judgment on the world, you know, on everybody, right? But if you read Isaiah's prophecies, were first directed to Judah, then to Israel, right? Because scriptures say, what is that? 1 Peter 4 and 17. First or 2 Peter, start at the house. I just want to check that real quick. I believe it's 1 Peter 4. I'm going to read it. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Yahweh commit the keeping of their souls to him in well doing, as unto a faithful creator. All right, so us knowing that judgment's going to start with us, those in the know, those who know they're Israelites, who know the name, who understand the mission. You know, if not held up on our end, we're going to be judged far more severely, far worse than an Israelite who doesn't know, who the Lord is winking at his sin, or, you know, he's just ignorant. You know, scriptures say the Lord winks at our ignorance. I was trying to think of the precept, but yeah, judgment. This you know, which much is given, much is required, man. You know, what's freely given is freely received, man. So this comes with not only an opportunity, but it's coming with some pressure too, right? Because as I said, man, you know, Isaiah's prophecies, they were, you know, cry loud and spare not, man. It was directed to the people first, the Israelites, then to the surrounding nations, and then to the whole world, because eventually 2/3 of our people adopted the mindset and the customs and culture of Esau, which just runs the world. So, you know, we're coming in a time where the Lord is about to purge this place from evil, man, and we're going to rule in righteousness, right? There's going to be a sifting, though, and we're going to get into that, right? It's going to be a great separation. All right, so let's just back in Isaiah 24 and 2. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Right? This is just basically going into, you know, nobody's going to be spared, man. All right, the Lord, you know, clearly we know that the elect are going to endure to the end and are going to be saved, but for the most part, man, 2/3 of our people and the majority of these heathens is just missile food. They got missiles with their initials on them, just waiting for them to accomplish that work. This is verse 3. It says, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh have spoken this word. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The word languish goes into feeble or weakened. So the world is weakening, right? And it's fading away. And the haughty people of the earth do languish. They do weaken because the earth is weak. It's Esau, man. Esau is a fucking curse. He's a curse, man. It says, you know what? Hold on. Let me grab. Yes. Yeah, let me get Joel. It says the earth, again, it says the earth mourneth and fadeth away, and the world languisheth and fadeth away, and the haughty people of the earth do languish. Right? So the haughty people of the earth is Esau the top dog, and the rest of his little minions, these other heathen nations, you know, running behind him. Right? You know, and you got his ops, you got the adversaries, China, Russia, but everybody thinks they're waxing stronger, but this is all weakening. This second Esdras, real quick, second Esdras 14 and 17, it says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Right? So the world is weakening through age. It's been more, and it's been more wickedness and wickedness as each generation passed on, right? And it's you know, that's why the sins have reached unto the heavens, right? That tab, it's time to pay that tab. Oh, real quick, let me jump to, because when we get into sifting, we just read about the servants and masters, and buyers and sellers, right? That's going to be a sifting. So they'd be sifted to the fire pretty much. And you have the elect that they're gonna be purged through the fire, that furnace of adversity. While the rest are gonna be sent to the fire. I think Revelations 4, I'll get that in a minute. It's Joel 3 and 13, it says, and 12 it says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of decision. Right? The valley of judgment. Yahweh Shaphat. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Right? Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. Yeah, the Lord is going to bring all the armies of the earth in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. You know what I mean? Second Esdras 13 kicks in, and you know the Lord is going to be the greatest bonfire that this world has ever seen. All right, we just going to sum it up. Let me jump to Revelations, going into that sickle and the separations. Revelations 14 and 15 and 14. Salakia, and I looked, behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came from out of the temple, crying out with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in the sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. The harvest of the earth is ripe. You know what I mean? Ooh, I'm thinking of, what is that, Isaiah? Let me finish reading. It says, and he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, having also he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel, see, they ready for war, man. You hear all these angels is just coming out of the temple with sickles. They ready to do the Lord's bidding, man. It says, verse 18 is, and another angel came out of the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So it's going to be a lot of death, a lot of blood, a lot of bodies. You know, it's just going to be a lot of motion going on. Right? a domino effect, if you will, man. Just the Lord's judgment. Hey, the Lord is he's gonna go out with a bang. Every idle word, man. You know, his word doesn't go out void. So we're about to see some action. You know, this is the patient and the faith of the saints. All right, real quick, man. Because I want to get these, man. What's that? Matthew 9 all the way down. Matthew 9 and 37. Thus saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. Now, this is like on the other side of that, you know, the harvest being ripe. In this case, you know, there's plenty of work to be done, but there's not enough workers, right? Not enough teachers, you know, not enough laborers, not enough ones to plant the seeds so that you can reap, you know. Waking up Israel, waking up the elect, bid into the marriage, man, feeding the flock. These are all parables, you know, of the Lord's men doing his work, right? So I just brought that out. That's just on the other side. You know, it's not going into the same thing, but there's going to be a separation. The sheep from the goats, right? The righteous from the wicked, the wheat from the tares. And the Lord is using the elect, right? And it just went into it. As we just read in Revelations, going into that cluster, right? The cluster of grapes. Them cluster of grapes are the elect, man. That that small remnant. The rest are going into the wine press. As the scripture said. This is I got one, where we at? Con, that was it on that. Let's jump back to Isaiah 24 and 5. It says, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Right. So he changed the laws. You know, Esau he wouldn't follow the law if he could, if he had the opportunity. And the scriptures that go, and let me just get them, man. We just going to speak with the scriptures. It says, verse 5 again, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. So from there, let's see. Let's get Daniel 7 and 25, because Daniel spoke about this. It's Daniel 7 and 25. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and to think to change the times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing time. So this is just proving to you who Esau is, man. Esau is this guy. Esau's the haughty. Esau's the bloody man. Where was we at? Verse 5. Esau broke the everlasting covenant. Esau broke the brother covenant, first and foremost. He killed his brother. So from the rip, it was war. He was always jealous. You know, but his purpose was to carry out his purpose was to carry out that deed on the left-hand side, man. Right? Let me jump over real quick. It's Isaiah 26 and 10. It says, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh. Exactly. That's why that's exactly why it says in chapter 24, he transgressed the laws. You can't transgress the law without knowing the law. So he knew the law, and he chose not to abide in it. He chose not to serve the Lord. So this is all coming full circle. I got it, man. Let me look. This is Sirach real quick. Let me just grab these precepts I got. Sirach 14 and 17. It says, 7, Salakia. It says, and if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. Right? So even when he's doing good, it's not what he wants to do. And when he realizes that he's doing good, he's going to declare himself and get back on it. You know, ain't iron rusteth iron, man. No, Salaki. Iron rusteth iron. Never trust thine enemy. You know, his iron rusteth. So does his wickedness. He's always, you know, he can't go to sleep without doing wickedness. Yeah, I can't. I worded that wrong. I'm gonna just keep it rolling. Wickedness upon their beds, evil upon their beds. They can't sleep. I can't think of it. We just gonna keep moving. Let me grab this Psalms 140. Psalms 143 and 10. It says, "Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my power. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness." Right? This is what we should be on. Esau is the ultimate example of what not to do. Right? He fucked the law of the land up, the land Sabbath. We can't even reap. You know, the earth isn't even in this best state. The earth is dying. As the scriptures, Isaiah 24 reiterates, I don't know how many times, how much the earth is languishing, is fading away, you know, because of the motherfuckers that are on it, doing all this shit. Right? But we know that, let me see, let me get numbers. Numbers 35 and 33. It says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, Yahweh, dwell among the children of Israel." Where? He dwells among the children of Israel. So we are the ones, we the last ones that should be going against the grain, man. It's just like, it just doesn't make fucking sense. Yeah, so that was pretty much the point. You know, Esau's age is coming to an end. And I can even hit Isaiah 63. Because the Lord coming back to get busy. Isaiah 63 and 1, "Who is that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, that is not glorious in his apparel, travailing in the greatness of his strength, that I speak in righteousness, mighty to save? Wherefore art thou in red and red Salakia?" It says, "Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the winepress?" Yahweh says, "I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come." All right, the year of his redeemed is come. His redeemed being the elect, the year of the returning of Yahweh Shai. Right. And this wine press is beautiful because we just read how in Revelations 14, you know, after the gather of the grapes, the cluster of the grapes will be gathered up, the elect and the rest of the, you know what I mean? Them ripe grapes are going into the wine press, representing destruction, death, you know what I mean? Severe judgment. That's well deserved, right? So, hey, with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakahakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Teach and rule well, and peace and salutations to the whole four elect. All right, keep enduring, Akim, Kwam Yasharala, and the Bible Bar. Shalom.